Cindy, are you still a housewife?
Hi, Elizabeth.
Cut the greeting. So why aren't you working? You don't have a child yet.
We've only been married for less than a year. I want to prioritize my time with Dave for a while. Dave agrees with me too.
Have you been splurging since you married?
I don't believe so.
Dave hasn't been sending me as much money as he used to. He only sends me $500 a month. He used to send me $2,000 before you two married. There's something wrong.
Living expenses change after marriage.
Even so, there's definitely a reason he only sends me this much money. When I asked him about it, all he said was, "This is the best I can do." He hasn't even been responding to me lately.
Well, he is a busy man.
I can't live on only $500 a month. Make sure to tell Dave. You can tell him if you're not the one who's spending all his money, right?
Dave and I are married now. We need to save money for our future. He can't send you more than $500 a month.
You have a smart mouth, don't you? Did you tell him to reduce my allowance?
No, we decided the amount of your allowance together.
You're going to keep all his money to yourself, aren't you? I mean, you are a housewife. You live in a nice apartment and Dave gives you enough money for living expenses. Unlike me, a single woman, you don't need so much money.
Like I said, we need to save money for our future. We need to save money for our future. Or anything. I'm not splurging
Oh,
or anything.
Really? Haven't you been getting on a high horse after marrying my son and becoming wealthy? My son is an elite businessman. Whereas you were just a part-time worker who didn't even go to college.
Save money every month. I'm not wasting any money.
If so, can't you send me more? I hate to tell you this, but he managed to get a job at a big corporation because I paid his college tuition. He grew up to be an elite businessman because of me.
I'm sure you played a big role in his success. But I know that he's also worked hard to get to where he is now.
He was able to do well because of me, right? Besides, I don't accept you as his wife. I only allowed your marriage because he said he wouldn't marry anyone else. You know that, don't you?
I do. That is why I have been trying hard to gain your acceptance.
How are you trying hard? You reduced my allowance like you want me to.
I am willing to support Dave as best as I can. I believe that's my role as his wife.
Do you think that's your only responsibility? You're Dave's wife and my daughter-in-law. Talk to him about my allowance again, or I will have second thought. I checked my allowance. You know why I'm texting you, right?
To tell me the amount didn't go up?
If you knew, why didn't you send me more money?
I did not forget. But I need you to understand that we have our own lives.
Are you saying you don't care about my life?
I believe you receive your pension. You also have an inheritance from your husband.
The inheritance from my husband is too little to live on. That's why I've been asking Dave for an allowance. I have to lower my standard of living if he only gives me 1/4 of the allowance he used to.
I feel like you've been spending too much money. Dave told me you used to go on a trip every month. Isn't that what you call splurging?
I should be allowed to go on a trip once a month. Do you want to take away the last shred of my happiness?
You have your own house. I'm sure you can go on a trip every few months if you cut expenses every month. Could you please at least try to reflect on your living expenses?
I've tried, and it's still not enough. That's why I've been telling you to send me more money. I really can't get through to you. If Dave can't send me more money, you should work. You said it was your role to support Dave. But it doesn't seem like you're doing your job.
Why don't you get a part-time job, then? You're healthy enough to go on a trip every month, aren't you?
Are you going to make your elderly mother-in-law work? What a horrible daughter-in-law you are. Who do you think you are, telling me what to do? You were just a part-time worker with no college degree.
Does your extravagance have anything to do with the fact that I used to be a part-time worker?
I'm done with you. I'll talk to Dave. I can't get through to a parasite that leeches off my elite son.
Dave said no more discussion was needed about your allowance.
You can't persuade me. I will go to your apartment next weekend.
There's nothing we can do even if you come here.
I'm coming anyway. Make sure you have the rest of my allowance ready. I will not leave your apartment until you give me my money. Hey, Cindy, did you really move out of your apartment?
Yes, it was hilarious that you actually went there.
Who do you think you are laughing at me? I told you I would go to your apartment.
I told you, there was nothing I could do, even if you did.
I also found out something. Why does Dave get only $200 of pocket money a month? He is a highly paid elite. I was right. Dave couldn't send me more money because of your extravagance.
Elizabeth, there is something else you should know. Dave's monthly salary is $700. He is not highly paid.
Huh? What are you talking about? Dave works for a big company. There's no way he only earns $700 a month.
He quit his job soon after we married.
He quit his job after marriage? Then how do you two make a living? The monthly rent of your old apartment was over $1,000, wasn't it?
I've been providing for us.
I've had enough of your bull crap. How can you provide? You quit your part-time job. Oh, I see. Are you Breaking Bad?
No, I've been working at home. I was working at a restaurant at the time I met Dave. Because an acquaintance needed a hand, I worked my main job at home.
I don't believe you. First of all, Dave would never quit his job at a big company. Plus, he didn't tell me anything about it.
He was afraid to tell you. He was also stressed.
What?
Whenever he did something you didn't approve of, he would complain about it endlessly. He quit his job because of mental health issues. That's why I've been talking to you instead of him. Talking to you would have been a burden on him.
Talking to me would be a burden on him? I am his mother. I raised him into a first-class elite businessman. He owes me.
You exploited his vulnerability and taken money from him. He made an effort and studied hard to get into the top university and get a good job. He told me he paid his tuition with a scholarship and the money he earned working part-time jobs. You shouldn't take all the credit.
He grew up to be a successful man because I'm his mother.
I don't like judging people based on if they're successful or not. Dave seemed like a successful man to you, but his mental state was broken. He was mentally ill. He looks way happier now that he works a part-time job and does the housework.
My son is working a part-time job?
Yes, that's why his monthly salary is $700. He keeps $200 for himself and sends you $500. See? It adds up.
It can't be. My son earns only $700 a month? Stop joking.
I'm not joking.
I can't believe that you provide for the family, or that Dave quit his job because of mental illness and is working a part-time job. I can't believe any of this. You made it all up just to avoid sending me money.
I told you the truth. Dave has been feeling better lately, so I decided to tell you everything.
Back off, you psycho! Just let me talk to Dave.
I thought you texted me first.
Don't trip me up. Let me talk to my son.
Dave and I decided not to be involved with you ever again. So, you will never see him.
Huh?
We won't send you any money anymore. We won't help you again. We finally made the decision together and Dave made up his mind. Please, leave him alone.
You're not sending me money anymore? That's unacceptable. I won't let you have your way. I will have my son back. Prepare yourself for a divorce and regret what you've done. Cindy, I'm waiting for your reply. Please, I have something to tell you. This will be the last time, so please listen to me.
Yes?
Oh, good. Dave didn't pick up my call, so I thought you wouldn't reply to me either. Thank you for replying to me.
I will change my number soon.
I don't know if that's necessary.
I don't like that you know my number. So, what did you want to tell me?
Cindy, I'm sorry for everything. I contacted you to apologize.
What happened? Your attitude is different compared to yesterday.
I just called the company Dave used to work for. They told me he quit a few months ago.
I see.
I realized that you were telling me the truth. I'm sorry I said hurtful things to you. I didn't know that you've been supporting Dave.
That's okay. I wasn't expecting your apology. I won't ask you for more than to reflect on yourself from now on.
About my allowance. Are you really not going to send me money from next month?
No?
Can you please think about it again? $500 is enough.
Did you really reflect on yourself? You receive enough pension to make a living, don't you?
To be honest, I borrowed some money from loan sharks. So I can't live on my pension.
And you had an inheritance from your husband. This is all you're doing.
You're right, but please give me allowances for 3 more years.
I'm sure you can earn $500 every month if you work.
My back and knees have been getting weak lately. I have trouble going outside.
You went to our old apartment just yesterday, didn't you?
I got a cab.
That's why you can't save money.
I won't get a cab as much as possible. I will also cut expenses. So would you please continue to send me money?
Dave has already given you enough money. He was sending you so much money every month that he couldn't save money for himself.
But you know his salary was high until he quit his job. He was an elite businessman.
You call him an elite businessman, but he was just an employee. He wasn't paid as highly as you thought he was. You used to ask him for money besides your allowances, didn't you?
I will apologize to Dave too.
Dave says he doesn't want to talk to you, so that's unnecessary. All we want is not to get involved with you again.
Please, Cindy. Please, give me one more chance.
We gave you a chance. Dave had been sending you money for a long time. I told you to reflect on your living expenses. I did what I could for you to make a change.
I used to think you were splurging, so I didn't listen to you, and...
Oh yeah, you called me a parasite.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for hurting you and Dave. I will never do it again. So please, don't stop sending me money for a while.
It's too late now. As it turns out, you're the one leeching off Dave. Stay out of our lives and regret what you've done for the rest of your life. I can't get through to a parasite that leeches off my husband. I haven't been in touch with my mother-in-law since then. To be more precise, she doesn't have the means to contact me since I changed my number. My husband and I are relieved to have finally broken off relations with her. My mother-in-law's words tortured my husband. Growing up, he had a harshly disciplined upbringing and was pressured to work for a big company. Since he became an adult, his mother had taken all the credit for his success and exploited him. He wanted to break off relations with her for a while, but it was difficult to get over the brainwashing he had had since childhood. Since he had mental health issues caused by work and started receiving counseling sessions, he started to recover and wanted to face the issues with his mother. He managed to tell her everything and broke off relations with her. He is finally free from her. It is clear that my mother-in-law will be in financial difficulties, but she is the one to blame. The place my husband and I moved to has no relation to her whatsoever. My husband quit his part-time job upon moving and has been helping me work from home. He also does the housework. He couldn't even do the chores when he was ill, so I'm very happy about his recovery. We will keep on supporting each other and build a happy family. Alex, are you really inheriting your family business?
I am. Is that a problem?
It's that shabby diner, right? To be honest, I think you should just stick to finding a normal job. There's no hope for that drabby place.
Maya, that's not true. I think you're confused. I want to keep the business going. It's been around since my grandpa's time.
But since you're graduating from the economics department, don't you think you should look for an actual job? You might even be able to work at a good company.
The only reason I chose economics was so that I could learn about how to manage the shop. I don't know if it was even that helpful.
Then how much do you expect to make? It probably won't meet your expectations.
Even if that's the case, I should make at least $7,500.
$7,500? For real?
That's a low estimate. I should make at least that much. I can easily live off of that.
Oh, so that's how things are. I see. You and I are quite different.
What's different about us? Maya, where'd you go? We're going to the after party together, right?
I'm going with someone else.
Huh? Who's this other person?
I've been with you up until now because you're attractive. And also because you're pretty popular among our circle. But I can't date someone with no future. After graduating, we're done. I'll be graduating from our relationship too.
Seriously? This is so out of the blue. I haven't heard you mention anything about this before. If that's really how you feel, you should have told me sooner.
I held out being with you until we graduated, so you should be grateful. The fact that you're taking over the poor family diner after graduating shows how you don't care about me at all. It's so embarrassing. You're not thinking realistically whatsoever.
Me not being realistic? I was just trying to take on inheriting my family's business, which I explained to you.
Yeah, but you have no common sense. You're graduating from a good university, and you have me as your girlfriend, yet you're not even looking for a proper job. How do you expect to support me with an annual salary of $7,500?
Huh? Annual salary?
You sound like an idiot. Asking me to live with you on $7,500? There's no way I can be with a guy like that. Anyways, I'm already dating someone with a stable income.
What do you mean you're seeing someone? Is that the reason why we haven't been able to see each other much recently? You've been two-timing me?
What? It's not a big deal. You know this is all your fault, right? You're the one saying that you're going to inherit some shabby diner. I wasted 3 years of my life in college with you. I really thought there was hope for your future. I had no idea you would betray me like this.
I'm not the one betraying you. You're the one betraying me. What are you claiming that I did?
At this rate, I would like to get married soon. And I don't want to work. I did kind of try looking for a job, but my dream is to be a rich housewife. If I married a guy who makes an annual salary of $7,500, then my dream of becoming a housewife would never come true. That's why I've given up on you. This is how it is, so you should give up on me too. We'll find people who suit us better. You'll find someone who can love you in your poor lifestyle.
Why do you have to say it like that? I actually thought about our future a lot. I thought about telling you today, after the party. But I had no idea this would happen. I can't believe we date for 3 years, all for it to end because of you cheating. That's so sad.
It's not cheating. It's called having an insurance plan. I just had a plan B to ensure my future. My future happiness is the most important.
Whatever. Nothing that I can say will change the situation. Have a happy life.
Good luck with that rundown business. Your low-level life is waiting for you.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god! I can't believe a lowlife like you is going to the college reunion.
Long time no see. I would never expect meeting the ex-girlfriend that dumped me right out of college at our reunion.
Well, you're making $7,500 at a crappy diner. What else was I supposed to do?
Oh, yeah. You made fun of me for that. I'm sorry about the crappy diner. If you're happy now, then I guess it was for the best.
Yeah, everything's going well. At the very least, I'm glad I'm no longer with a lowlife like you. I'm not married yet, but I will be soon.
I'm glad to hear it. You said that your dream was to get married and become a rich housewife, right? Well, I wish you luck.
I can't believe you confidently show your face at the reunion. If it were me, I could never do that.
Can you quit calling me a lowlife? If it's about me, I don't care, but I don't want my business to be made fun of. And no matter how you look at things, my place is not low level.
It's absolutely low level since you're making $7,500 per year. Are you still running that place? You're really working hard, even though you should have quit by now. How about I marry you if you get a normal job? I bet you want to rekindle our old spark, right?
Nah, I'll pass. I'd never be able to love someone who cheats on and throws away their partner.
Your life has been ruined ever since I left you and you became poor.
Well, actually, I make $7,500 per month.
You're lying, you low-life prick.
You're trying to one-up me based on a misunderstanding, so I thought I'd correct you. Since my family's diner is old, you just rudely assumed that it was run down. And you treated me like I was a low-life poor person. But my family's diner is a long-established, popular restaurant that is very profitable.
Huh? A long-established restaurant?
I'm not making $7,500 in a year. I'm making that in a month, ever since graduating college.
You're kidding, right? $7,500 per month? Huh?
Well, at first I couldn't use all the profits, because I invested into capital, renovations, improvements, and even expanding the building, all to widen the scope of the business. I even opened a new diner at the beginning of this year. Now I'm making double what I used to make, and because of that, I'm living a far different lifestyle than a low life.
Huh? This isn't some big joke?
This isn't a joke. There's no point in joking. I'm proud of my work. I would never lie about my work. I loved my family's shop 5 years ago. No, I've loved it since day one. I'm so happy that I was able to contribute to the business.
I seriously thought that you were just making food at some drabby diner.
What are you saying? I'm not even a good cook. Come on, Maya, you should know this.
I know, but don't you have to train for the job?
If I did, that would waste too much of my time. Of course, I'm entrusting the skilled chefs that have been working with us for some time now. It's a pretty big restaurant, so it's not like one person can handle everything anyways. I'm in charge of managing everything.
So you're not running a small, poor diner in the countryside?
I never said that I was. Maybe things were like that when my grandpa first started. But it's a well-established restaurant that's been around for more than 60 years. My dad is still the head manager, so I'll be taking on his role.
Huh? This is nothing like what you previously told me. I don't know what's going on. You're telling me that the reason why you didn't look for a job is because you knew that you could make more money than a typical company employee?
That's not why. Why can't you understand? I never even thought about becoming a typical company employee in the first place. No matter how much money I can make, I always had planned to take over the family business. Now I'm super busy as the manager expanding the business.
I see. I guess I misunderstood. I'm sorry, Alex.
Even if you apologize now, it's not like I'm mad, so it's fine.
Really? So you forgive me?
I don't know about forgiving, but I'm not really mad about anything. I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter.
You're lying about not being interested in me, right? You still like me, right? Since we dated for 3 whole years. Of course, you still like me.
I don't know how you can view things in such a positive way. How could I possibly like you?
What are you saying? Be honest about your feelings. Do you want to get back together with me? It was my fault, and it's not like you're mad anymore anyways.
Even if you were to totally turn things around, I never want to go back to how things were, so there's no point in trying. I'm already engaged.
What? You're engaged?
I'm getting married January of next year. I have a fiance, So I don't care about you anymore, Maya. You're just a girl I dated in college, and nothing more.
No way. That girl must be a gold digger.
Huh?
She must be. Since you're rich now. If you're rich, then she's definitely just in it for the money. You should choose me instead. I've known you before you became rich. And I love you more than anyone.
You say that so boldly. Yet you're the one who decided to move on to another guy and throw me away when you decided I had no money. Even if you say all this now, it doesn't mean that I will ever plan on taking you back.
Don't talk like that. We were in love, remember?
I haven't forgotten about what happened forever ago, and we had a terrible breakup. And now you're unemployed, right?
Who, me? What are you saying? No, I'm not.
Some of our fellow classmates were saying that. Even though you complained relentlessly about someone else's job prospects, you yourself are now unemployed. You quit your job, right?
That's not true. I'm just preparing to be a bride now, since my dream is to get married and be a housewife. I quit my job thinking that I would marry my ex-boyfriend. But when I did that, he laughed at me for wanting to be a housewife in this day and age. So, yeah, I got dumped. He's awful, right? He really hurt me. So you can make me feel better, right, Alex? I think it's fate to be together.
Don't make me laugh.
Huh?
This is the karma that you deserve. This is the life you've chosen for yourself. I'm happy with the life I've chosen. So I don't have time to interact with a trashy woman like you.
Wait, are you referring to me?
Who else would I be talking about? Stop trying to serve men. Why don't you try living for yourself for once?
Don't be so mean. I want to become a housewife, and I don't want to work.
You think like that and try to get a man who makes money. So it makes sense why your partner would be so awful. Bye-bye. Unfortunately for you, I didn't turn out to be as low-life of a loser as you expected. You need to figure out stuff on your own. In the end, Maya tried desperately to lure Alex in. But he flat out rejected her, so she hit rock bottom. Maya was also made fun of by her former classmates for being unemployed and looking for a husband, which made her lose it. Maya continued to beg to get back with Alex, but Alex blocked her shortly after. So he never had to read a message from Maya ever again. Eventually, Alex got married to his fiancée. They had a splendid ceremony that most would be envious of. And of course, Maya was not invited. Maya began to feel ashamed in front of her parents, so she tried looking for another job. It seems like it'll be a while until she gets married.